You will edit this out.
Yes.
For sure. Hard to identify a favorite case, but I was thinking a little bit about this. And if I were to identify one, maybe it's Oxford Learning Centres. And I like it for a couple of reasons. One, it actually was the first case I ever wrote, so it's a bit of a historic, positive feeling for me in terms of having written that case. But the other thing is we tend to teach that as the first evaluation case in our course. And finance seems to be a whirlwind up to that point where you've got something new every class, and finally by the time we do this case, people are starting to feel like they're on solid ground and really feeling a little more confident with material. So I like to see that turn of confidence, so it's kind of a favorite case for that reason as well.
I love teaching the presentation skills section. In the HBAA 1 program, I like watching students develop from novice presenters to much more masterful presenters, and seeing how their confidence improves. But more importantly, for them to start looking at audience as being key, and to think about taking away the idea that they are presenting their ideas and it only matters how they see the world, but to think about how an idea can be presented to somebody in a way that is exciting and dynamic, but takes into account their own point of view. And so it's not about changing your ideas, it's about making them more palatable to other people.
I actually teach a case about a business venture that I was involved in, so it's very interesting to sort of see the dynamic of the students reacting to a case in which you're the star player. So I look forward, and obviously I have a very in-depth knowledge of the case because I lived it. And then in core marketing, I particularly enjoyed the Voss Water case because to me there's so much about the perception of value and how to create, manage, and develop that perception of value, which to me is a lot of what marketing is about.
I'd like to see lots of contribution in the classroom. I'd like to keep it moving, to keep it alive. The strategy cases are very dynamic, so it's a great opportunity for people to build on each other's points and discovering together. We, on occasion, set up the occasional debate or conflict in the classroom to keep everyone awake and having fun. But for the most part, the strategy cases are very lively and interactive.
I like to see when students use plain language to explain complex concepts, so they bring their classmates along in the discussion, and maybe they even create a moment where they create an aha for somebody else.
First and foremost, I like to see risk-taking. So if somebody's a little more nervous about their response, that's what I like to see, because I like to see people taking chances.
I feel pretty strongly that a case classroom environment is designed to replicate a business meeting. And so any behavior in the classroom that doesn't belong in a business meeting, I think is inappropriate.
Using your phone underneath your nameplate, I don't know how to tell you this, but it's dead obvious when that happens.
I think for me, the most challenging behavior is around respect or lack thereof. And I think it's really important that in the Ivey classroom, we remember that there's a whole variety of different people with different ideas and different values, etc. And how do we respond to things like contribution and what people say?
We have excellent research that spending time checking the latest game scores or Tinder profiles not only decreases your participation by a full mark, but it actually decreases the participation of everyone around you by just another full mark.
DMA puts tools in your toolbox so that you can apply those tools to problems across many domains. You'll use the tools from DMA in marketing, you'll use the tools from DMA in LPO, you'll use the tools from DMA in finance, and you'll use the tools from DMA in operations. Across the board, DMA is putting tools in your toolbox so that you can build models to solve problems you care about.
I think people sort of typically equate it with, well, marketing is advertising. Well, there's so much more to it than that, and how it ties into strategy and ties to the whole model. And in my opinion, I think every faculty make an argument as to which subject area is the most important, that theirs is most important. My argument for marketing would be, we're about attracting customers, right? We're the first point of contact between you and the customer. And if we aren't doing our job very well, the rest doesn't tend to go all that well.
Communications is the cornerstone of business. Without your ability to communicate and relate to other people, nobody's going to want to buy your ideas. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you can't communicate it, no one's really going to care.
HBAA students are always fantastic to work with. Keep being positive, keep encouraging each other, and I'm sure great things will happen for all of you.
Learn much and have fun. We end all our course syllabus with learn much and have fun. We truly are looking forward to learning together, to working together in the term. And it should be, if we do our job right, it should be a blast.
Don't be so concerned with the end job. I know that's easy for me to say, but I think that along the way here at Ivey, if you don't stop and smell the roses, it's going to go by fast. And I think that you're only young once. So focus on you and what this place has to offer, and not just what career you're going to have.